What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Monday, July 11th, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, because today we're going to be starting off the week by talking about AI Degens. Now, it's been a week since we've talked about this collection, but a lot has happened since then. So in this video, we're going to share with you the charts. We're going to look at the floor. We're also going to be looking at the different designs that AI Degens has created in terms of 3D enhanced AI PFPs that are very unique, showing you the varieties of different designs they can do with your PFPs. Then we're going to address one controversial aspect that happened within the past week, but we're going to provide more clarity around that and why you need to be really informed to knowing how you should be best positioned in this collection. And at the end of the video, we're going to address everything in terms of how many NFTs you need, and also one personal thing that I think this collection is going to stand out far from the rest. So don't miss it and watch until the end. Don't miss a single thing. So guys, with that said, as always, be sure to like up the button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So with that said, let's go ahead and begin. So right now we see that the floor price is around 0.80 Solana. And now there's a total listed of around 406 on the floor at the time of this recording. So obviously there are many different NFTs they can look at, and we're going to talk about also the new HowRank.is ranking that's been applied to this NFT collection, but I want to go ahead and step into the charts. So this is SoulSniper.xyz, where you can see the charts of all NFTs within Solana. Now, when we first posted our first video last week, it was around here on July 4th and 5th. And at that time when we entered, we were at around 0.50, 0.60 Solana in terms of its floor price. And ever since then, we've seen a huge incline in terms of its price, almost hitting up to 3 Solana. That's almost 5 to 7x in terms of gains. Now, in the very beginning, we saw a huge delisting right here from around almost 680 to around 150 in terms of the delisting. Now, the reason this happened was because a lot of the NFTs that were on the floor were being accumulated for the treasury, for the DAO, for AI Degens. But it was also helping investors know how to best position themselves. So as you can see here, it has taken a slight dip, but that shouldn't bother the whole NFT marketplace regarding AI Degens, because that's not the point. The point is, what is the utility behind AI Degens? Because there's something at the end of this video that you can benefit from, not just by these NFTs, but also something else that I'm going to share with you. Now, if we go to HowRare.is, this will be a great tool for you to find out what great deals you can get for great prices. So what do I mean by that? So if you go to HowRare.is, it allows you to see the best ranking from the lowest rank to the highest rank, right? We're talking about the cheapest one to the most expensive one. Obviously, the most expensive one most likely be one of these NFTs being close to 0. So this is like rank number 3, so it's worth 30 Solana in terms of its market price, and this person bought it, the last time they paid for it was around 5 Solana. So forth, so on. So now you can go down this range and understand what is worth it for you. So before we go there, I want to share with you one of my own PFPs that Aification happened, that AI Degens did transform. So this is my Ape that is number 1547. And when I sent this over to the designer Dexter enhanced my PFP into this. This is the actual transformation of my Ape, a 3D AI enhanced version. Now he also does his own manual personal touch to it. It's not just all AI, but he adds his own touch to make sure that you guys, that for myself, get the best quality possible. And I even changed this into my new PFP. So now this is my official PFP for now, and I just thought it was so dope, so sick. I love the flowers and I love the designs. I love everything, even the little hairs under my eyes, but it just looks so realistic compared to my cartoonish Ape, right? So now we move on to other designs. So say for instance, this one right here is under Chaos, and it's a whole bunch of like cows, PFPs that have great utility around it, but also if you want to see the before picture, this is the before. So now you see what it looked like before and what it looks like after. And it doesn't stop there. It keeps going. This one's from Sate Degens. This is the after result, right? This is with AI enhanced versions of it. And this is the before image. So you can see how much these have elevated in terms of quality and product, and why I think you guys should definitely stick around to the end of this video, why this specific design is going to help you too, not just owning the original NFTs from AI Degens. Also, we have stone frogs. This is another great example of taking something that's so simple and elevating it. He added the trees within the eyes, the metallic futuristic cyberpunk skin. Everything they can think of, it's right there. And also Ghostface, another NFT collection that was also elevated. And last but not least, we also have something that AI Degens even accumulated. They bought a Sphinx NFT, but also, as an example, elevated that as well. This is the after photo, and this is the before photo. So now you know what they bought and how they transformed it into such a beautiful 3D masterpiece. Now, let's go ahead and address the controversy, which was that this happened just last week, right? This is when Dexter from the AI Degens team announced that there would be a PBHT, but they would call it a syntax, right? And this is something that DeGods, one of the most popular, greatest collections out there in the Solana ecosystem on Magic Eden, had done. Now, if you ever look at any of the DeGods, or at least some of their holders, they always have like their username and then 33.3% right next to their name, right? So the reason they have that is because they are also taxed. So if DeGods were to sell any of their NFTs within a certain range, then they would be taxed 33.3% that would go to the creator's fee. So AI Degens was doing the exact same thing. And they made a vote. Would you like to add 65% instead of 33.3% in terms of a syntax or a PBHT to anyone that listed below maybe 2.5, below 0.2, or below 1.5? So the community voted out of all that 2.5 SOL. So if anybody listed their NFTs on the market for less than 2.5 SOL, about 65% of those fees would go directly to the creator and not to the holder. So it said, okay, so the syntax will be applicable on all AI Degens listed below 2.5 SOL, and it will move as the floor price moves. The reason why DeGod's floor price increases is because there's a certain margin where the 33.3% applies beneath a certain number. So Dexter AI and the AI Degens was almost doing the exact thing, but with a higher tax percentage, right? So now you understand. So how did the crowd react to that? Well, people started delisting, but also a lot were selling at that time. This literally happened right after that event. And again, this is a screenshot by a user that showed you the reaction to that. And next up, you also, as a great example, this is what it is, the artist royalties. So if you were seeing any of these NFTs last week that were being delisted or selling below 2.5 Solana, this is what you would get. 65% of that fee would go to the artist. Now, he also posted this last message, which is, syntax is not a punishment. It's a celebration of how far we've come and a way to help ensure those that haven't trusted us so far. And you can feel confident. So you may be wondering, how come this isn't reflecting into the floor price? Well, this tax fee was actually removed by the team, but it does not mean that it won't come back again. Again, Dexter and the AI team have expressed this. They were testing it to see how the market reacts. And it absolutely can happen again. In my opinion, just my own opinion, not speaking on behalf of the team, I think it will happen. Because again, this is a limited supply of NFTs. And again, everybody's going to want to scoop up one of these NFTs, at least we're going to talk about how many you need in order to create a new custom PFP. Because again, nobody's doing this right now in the NFT marketplace that I know of to date. So obviously, once an influencer catches onto it, once a whale catches onto this, or just a normal investor just wants to accumulate and just buy a whole bunch of NFTs of AI Degens, then it's completely going to change the game. And that floor price is going to change drastically. So now you should understand. But we want to provide more clarity for you. Now, this is something that you are sticking around to the end of the video for you to understand why this is going to benefit you. Now, this is something from Dexter that he just said. He finished the call with the developer team and he's happy to tell us that this could moon very soon. Now, this little update is that we will be able to list our enhanced 3D AIfied or Aification versions of our NFTs on Magic Eden on the secondary market. So what does that mean? That means that once you get your custom PFP that is created by AI Degens and Dexter, you will be able to sell that on Magic Eden on its own separate category. That's the game changer. So once people watch this video and they figure it out, they're going to want to accumulate these. So what you need to know is how many NFTs do you need to have? So we're going to tell you right now, and that is from the help of Dexter himself. He provided this information for me, which should help provide clarity for you. Now, I'm going to read it for you. In the first step in the roadmap, in the Aification, you need to hold 3 AI Degens in your wallet. That means you need to delist them from the marketplace in order to be AFI 1 NFT. You hear that? 3 AI Degens, that's what you need. And right now it's 0.80 in terms of Solana price, so that shouldn't cost too much for you guys. Now, the more multiples of 3 you hold, the more you can AirFi. For example, if you hold 9, you can AirFi 3 NFTs. If you hold 30, you can AirFi 10 NFTs, and so on. Again, if it doesn't make any sense, pause the video, make sure to rewatch this. Next step, 3. If you don't hold 3, then you can AirFi your NFT using the AIS token, which the amount is to be determined. By staking your NFTs, you can earn AIS and then burn a specific amount to AFI your NFT just like Degens did. Now, last, 4th, the new AFI'd NFTs will be part of a separate collection that will be listed on Magic Eden and will be ready to trade. So guys, does this help you understand how this should work? I hope it does. So you need to hold 3 AI Degens to have a custom AFI PFP NFT. They're going to make sure to airdrop that to you. So that airdrop NFT is going to allow you to AirFi your personal NFT. And if you can't afford 3, I understand, not everybody has a ton of money out there. Then if you just hold 1, then you need to stake it, have that NFT work for you and passively, and make sure to earn the AIS token. Now you got to go to their Discord, you got to go to their Twitter to find that out, learn about it. But guys, this is an opportunity for everyone. It's helping you, anybody from across the world, create these awesome PFPs. Again, Dexter's going an extra mile and making sure that you guys have the best utility out of this. And most importantly, the last thing I want to share with you is, once you have the opportunity to AFI your NFTs, it does not mean it will arrive within 24 hours. It takes time. And Dexter has expressed to me that he's going to personally, manually, on top of his AI enhanced technology, he's going to help create your NFT. So he's going to add personal touches to it. So it could take from 3 days to a week to even a couple weeks to even 3 weeks. Keep that in mind, because again, a lot of people are submitting their artwork. Why am I bringing this up? Why am I talking about timeline? It's because if you look at this on their Discord, there is a section here called Aification, which is when people, holders who have verification symbols who show that they are actually holders, well, they submit their PFPs so that Dexter can create the custom design for it. And as you can see here, there is a ton that people have submitted, and he has to go through each one of these personally, but he will get it done. And this is going to be awesome for you guys to have your own experience and join us in seeing our PFPs get done. So guys, I hope that this video has been very helpful for you to understand what NFTs you need to hold, how many you need to hold, and if you don't hold enough, how you can have another opportunity through AIS token, through staking, to still earn yourself a custom PFP. Again, a lot can happen in the next week. The price could change, but guys, this video is for you to have informational data so you can understand how to best position yourself with this collection, how to have your own custom PFP, and also just knowing how many you need to have. Again, you need to do your own research and understand that this is a collection that should not be missed, and once people catch on, this thing will head to the moon. So guys, with that said, as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider training tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the Global Crypto Assets Exchange. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.